We got a big teardown going on now. We got a oxygen concentrator that we're going to take apart and have a look at. I think I'm going to do a two-part video, just in case this will be a little bit too long. So yes, in part one, in this one, I will just take this apart and talk a little bit how it's working, maybe do some experiments with the output oxygen. And on the second part, I will actually take apart the sieve bed and actually have a look at it and how the granules operate. So yes, the hospital did throw out two of these oxygen concentrators. I take home this one, and the other one I just take apart in small pieces and took it home as well. But it's still operational. I didn't throw out anything, I just throw out all the plastic casing. It's a pretty big unit, it's pretty heavy as well. You can see on the panel there is a Millennium, and we got like power, we got oxygen, we got low oxygen I think, and we got some warnings here. So if I turn it on right now, it just alarms because I haven't plugged it in yet. It has a 9-volt battery inside it. A power cut occurs, this will scream, and the patient will notice that there is a power cut and they need to change to an oxygen bottle instead. And on this side we got this adjustment here, and here you can see the flow in liters per minute. And it's a Recipronics Kennesaw GA USA, so USA made unit. Maximal oxygen is 94% or plus minus 2%. IPX1, it's safe for medical use. And we got the 230 volts, 2.5 amps. And another thing, it's double insulated, so everything is plastic. Here's the plug or a connector. I use my little flashlight here, you can see something. 4 amp fuse. And we can see here, we got only 2 pins. The phase and the neutral. We don't got any earth pin because this unit is double insulated. And this is a bit further up. We got this little place here. You can remove this lid. And in there we got the HEPA filter. This is the main HEPA filter. It's on the top of the compressor. It sucks the air in from this. And a HEPA filter is high efficiency particle arrestor. Yes, before we take it apart, let's see how long this unit has been turned on. Unbelievable, look at how many trees we got there. 33,000 hours, a little bit more. So it sounds like much, but actually it has just been turned on for like 4 years continuously. So yes, let's take off the lid and see what we can find inside. So yes, lid is removed. Lot of sound insulation. So yes, this is how it looks like looks inside. We got this sieve bed. We got a cooling fan, or a squirrel cage, and a little shaded pole motor. And in that box there, we got the compressor. So yes, on the back there, there's a here's the squirrel cage fan, and there's a big buzzer. I put this little tape thing on it because it sounds like shit. And more, we got a pressure sensor down here, and on the back here we got some little transformer and stuff. There's not so much on that, and there's another circuit board on the bottom there with the oxygen sensor. Yes, and here's the actual sieve bed. It's a Recipronics oxygen concentrator. As you can see here, it's made in 2002, so it's pretty old. So of course they want to change that. It's not a new unit actually, it's a pretty old unit. Of course nobody wants to use this thing if it's not actually concentrating enough oxygen on a sick person. Here's on the top of the sieve bed, we got this valve pack. We got a, looks like a pressure sensor here. It's a tap on the reservoir tank between the two sieve beds. It goes through here, and the pressure sensor is over there. And that makes a feedback to how to change these valves in a correct order. And now I remove the complete compressor housing and it reveals the compressor here on its springs. Look at that. That's a good job, is it? Very nicely made. That takes away all the vibrations from the compressor. Very springy. Got its start capacitor down here. I put back the HEPA filter. So this device was going to the shaded pole motor on the squirrel cage fan. It blows air on this cooling fins here, because the actual compressor gets pretty warm when it compresses the air. Yes, this is how the housing looks like. Here's the squirrel cage, and inside of it we can see more sound installation. And now we can actually see this circuit board for the oxygen sensor. That's actual oxygen sensor here. So I want to turn it on. And you can see the compressor is running. And you can slightly hear the valves here changing. And you can see here, we got LEDs on the valves. So now you can see how it's operating. Just to check if that doesn't get too hot. Yes, that's a very shaky compressor actually. You can see here this light is blinking, and here you can adjust the flow. And out of here we get the oxygen. Notice this ball here. It's getting a bit warm, so I'm going to disconnect it. So it beeps because it thinks it's a power cut. Let's see, we got a flow here. It's in the reservoir tank. Still enough pressure in that one. This is maybe not the best oxygen test, but I will test it anyway. Look at that, that burns pretty badly. Just have to blow it out a bit. So yes, we're definitely getting some oxygen there. Burning my fingers. But yes, this is definitely giving out some oxygen. So yes, oxygen concentrators are amazing equipment that has saved many people's lives through the years. I'm going to put everything back together on this unit, and I'm going to go to the next unit in the part 2, and I will tear down this part here, the sieve bed, and we'll see what it looks like. And maybe we can even put a pressure gauge on the compressor to see how much pressure we get. I think there's a safety valve. I can maybe remove that and put a pressure gauge there instead. So yes, hope you found this video interesting. And we will see more of these in part 2. Thanks for watching. See you soon.